Hey guys, thanks for joining us on day 3 of creating a competitor. Previously, on day 2, Corrie reviewed the concepts of balance point and weight shift and practiced her starting and stopping drill. She was given a quick lesson on effective braking, and then we moved to working on the 90-degree turn. When she had that down, we went back to the cone weave. We ended the day with the introductory exercises of the infamous slow ride. And now we begin with day 3 of creating a competitor. These days of practice always begin with a warm-up. At Corrie's current level, the starting and stopping drill is a fantastic exercise for building that solid foundation when riding at a more competitive level. The second part to the warm-up is riding at a higher speed for a longer distance and then coming to a quick stop. Now she's ready for one of the best exercises a rider can practice, the U-turn. Up to this point, the max amount of turn she's been exposed to was the 90-degree turn. This will be the first time she has to move the handlebars way beyond her comfort zone. Believe it or not, this is the experience of most riders learning to ride. There are a lot of factors to consider: fear of dropping the bike, focusing on appropriate speed to make this maneuver, clutch and brake control, and, to top it all off, there's a big distracting cone wall to try and avoid. But that's exactly why we're out here. So, with a little coaching, it's time to try that again. Much better. This U-turn is set at 24 feet to start. For average street riding, that's the width of your typical 2-lane highway. But for Corrie, our goal is to bring it all the way down to the U-turn size you see most often at competitions, only a mere 18 feet. So as she's completing these U-turns, they will get smaller and smaller. To complicate things even further, I started adding in cones that taper inwards, giving it more of a teardrop shape, which will eventually lead to completing a circle. And you know I can't stop there. Those edges needed rounding too. It'll be important for Corrie to learn how to successfully complete a U-turn and a circle every single time to achieve the fastest time in a speed course like this one. So her next step would be to try and stay in the turn longer to complete her first full circle. This allowed for a nice transition to the next exercise, the figure 8. However, the difference here is that the circles are to size at 18 foot with thick angled cone walls at the pinch points in the middle. When beginning to learn lean angle and how much power you need to carry the motorcycle through a turn, an outer wall of cones come up on you much quicker than you'd expect. At this point, we've reached a roadblock. We'd have to figure out what was keeping her from moving forward. So I started by removing most of the big scary cone wall in the middle. I noticed she was entering the circle a couple of feet away from the outer cone wall, so by the time she made her way to the other side of the circle, she was out of room. With this in mind, I had her start where the pattern actually begins instead of riding in from a distance away. This gave her better tire placement, allowing for maximum use of available space, and there you have it. Then it was time to add in the other half of the pattern. Her next challenge would be making the transition in the middle of the two circles quick enough to complete the next one. With enough practice and beginning to learn her machine, she made it through. Tune in next time for day 4 of creating a competitor. Thanks for watching.